Yo, 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 yo. What's good, everybody? What's good, Maven? Yeah, a little morning stream. Morning for me. GM. An actual GM. God, dude, look at my eyes. Like, they're always bad, but it's like, you know what? Part of it's the lighting. It really is. I need better lighting, and I need a girlfriend to teach me how to use concealer. What I need. Or just a woman. Or a gay dude. Gay dudes no makeup, right? I've heard from some chicks that like the gay dudes are just like annoyingly good at makeup, like, you know, doing like whatever techniques and shit like that. Yo, what's good, Chloe? GM. Fucking yo, good comms on the Dance Gavin dance there. Um yeah, dude, I was following every speed limit and going exactly the right speed the entire time, definitely not speeding and blasting this shit when I was coming home today, dude. Um, like a lot of you guys know, uh, I'm doing overnight shifts at the hospital to help take care of a family member because there's been a little bit of a situation. Um, My brother who had the heart transplant's cool, so it's like it's not that. It's a separate thing. However, it's still another thing. So it's like fuck, dude. It's just like one thing after another. But being prayerful, being hopeful, being faithful, that's what you gotta do. How's the headquarters meeting? Yeah, unfortunately I had to let them know you know, guys, I thank you, you know, dap them up and everything, but can't go, you know. Just sorry, give the ticket to somebody else, right? But it was nice of them to invite me out and everything. That was cool. But I'm kidding, by the way. Sorry, like not to debate you guys too much because I'm not that cool, not yet. I was a guest over at DreamHack in Dallas. That was like kind of one of my peak things uh, ever, and that happened last year. That was pretty fucking cool. Didn't get like my flight paid for or anything like that, but like I wasn't expecting that. Like I just got to go to the convention for free for like 3 days and had like, oh, dude, did you guys hear that net crack? That was insane. Got like my little creator pass or whatever, and I went there. Ew. That's cool. Um, that was fun. Good memory. And yeah, and I think that's part of why like I'm a little bit salty when it comes to Blizzard and BlizzCon and stuff. Because like in the OnlyFans Discord, one of the people that like works for Blizzard is like in the Discord or whatever, and like even in the guild and stuff. And they're all like, don't forget to buy your tickets for BlizzCon. And like it's they have, it's not like they have the final say or really probably much say in, you know, this sort of outcome, but it's frustrating to me where it's like, I what like, and I surely, some of the bigger content creators like already have it handled where they're just, kind of getting in, the S fans and sodas or whoever, if they end up going and stuff. But just like it's so silly because there's just like it's the biggest event that's like ever happened, even with sauerkraut happening. Like, I mean, it's probably like, I don't know, they're probably nearly equal, and at the end of the day, how do you really measure? But like, I just think of like the positive publicity and the amount of people that started playing the game. Like, if I'm thinking about it, just even like, numbers and business wise, like that, where it's like, dude, think about like how many thousands and thousands of people like even bought 1 month or got a subscription and forgot about it for 6 months after playing for 1 month and their creator died and blah blah blah, like it's the perfect thing, like from a business perspective is like you get all these brand new people to play the game, and from a subscription sort of model and stuff, like, you know I worked at a gym, I've managed a gym. What you really want is somebody who signs up and never shows up. Like those, that's like, because you're getting everything for nothing. They're not like, you know wear and tear and blah 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 and all that kind of shit. On like machines or whatever. Like, imagine you had a brand new pristine gym, and like a bunch of people sign up, and then they just never show up, and then your shit's just like still perfect, kind of a thing. Yo, Kaiza, I love seeing you, dude. Yo, guys, shout out Kaiza. One of my dude, you're always so cool and so kind to me. Like, you're always out there for me, dude. Like, you're better than I deserve. I appreciate seeing you, dude. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's like I don't know. I'm a pretty agreeable person, and I don't like just being a complainer and a bitch piss moan kind of dude. So I don't want to like have it come off the wrong way where it's like, oh, I deserve, to go to BlizzCon for free or blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's kind of just silly to me. I feel like it speaks to just the culture of everything, and you can kind of see that in contrast to Jagex and stuff, having like all those other people over at the moment. And like I feel like, just for the record, like I feel no jealousy towards that. I love seeing that. I've been following Sardako since, I hate to, like, it's funny because I'm one of those guys who's like gonna say this or whatever, but like I've been following since he had like 30 viewers, was like me. So I've just kind of always fucked with him. I like to see, the progress and all that shit. Like a lot of his mods and stuff are like mods in my chat, even just because they're like, people like, for me, like, I don't know. It's like, you just get to know people, and like, I was just comfortable with them and whatever shit. So like, I've like Brooding, somebody you'll see in his chat as a mod, Brooding dude. Him and I have played like a lot of World of Warcraft together. We did a lot of SOD. We did the pre-questing from what was it? It was the level 40 to 50 pre-questing. I love this song, Count Basie. Or Basie? I don't know. I should. But no, yeah, Brooding and I, we did the pre-questing thing where we were getting really high level quests done at level 30, and that was really dope. Because we were working together as two hunters, and we were just blasting everything out. It was dope. Um, yeah. So like, just to say that, like, because this whole thing started saying, I'm not jealous about like Sardako going or like anybody else. It's like I like all these guys. All these guys are like my friends, um, have become my friends, all that kind of shit. Uh, been there for a while, and like, yeah, it's cool to see. I like to see it, and like, I know this is almost like a cliche thing too, but it's like it's one of those things where it kind of like breaks the the wall, or like, shatters the glass ceiling, or like whatever the fuck it is, pierces the veil, where it's like, oh yeah, dude, like you can do it. You can put in the work, put in the hours, and do all the shit. And I've been bad at that, but I can still do it. There's nothing, you know, stopping me, except for all my shit going on at the moment. Granted, I don't know. I could just be a big old badass and just still get it done. And that would be even cooler. But, I got priorities right now, and I don't want to like, I don't know. I don't want to like water anything down. Also, let me catch up on chat too, just a little bit, because like, I don't want to like miss you guys. Um, Nivens, yeah, fucking, because I was talking about the concealer and stuff, and I was like, man, I need, I need a woman in my life. Yo, Kaiza, Kaiza could teach me how to put on concealer and shit. She's really like good with and cool with her makeups. You and Nesba both, but like I don't know, I just feel like you guys always like you always like have something going on. It's cool. Like you definitely put in the effort and it's noticed. It's one of those things it's like, I don't know. I always feel weird about like commenting on it, like because it is something that's like, it's one of those first things you notice or whatever, like Nesba did her hair the other day or whatever. So it's like more red now instead of like pink. I'd kind of say it's more fuchsia than anything, but maybe that's just the camera. Uh, but that's red pink. Uh, so yeah, no, I don't know. It's I just like to point it out because it's like I said, I can notice the effort and like, you make cool choices and stuff. So it's like, hey, yeah, that looks cool or like whatever. But and like your wardrobes and stuff. A lot of times, you guys always like dressed up in something cool, even if it's like pajama stuff. Like you guys got some cool shit going on. You got like matching sets, and not even like matchy, but like like these two things go sort of thing. So that's dope. Everyone pays, then it's fair. The company makes bonus. Hack favoritism. No, I get that too, Maven. I do. Um, it's and I totally I can empathize because like from the perspective of of somebody who wouldn't be benefiting, um, it's like hey, fuck you, fuck you and your benefits. Like I'm not benefiting, so fuck that, right? I totally get that and like been there. Um, that's part of like where my argument of like just like the kind of the business side of like, well, think about like how many thousands and thousands of accounts like OnlyFans help to facilitate the purchase of and shit, and it's just like, but at the end of the day too, as a business, they just make more money overall if they just have everybody pay, right? And it's just like so, but I get it too because even then, like you said, the whole heck favoritism thing. It's like like I said, that there's definitely going to be whatever little boys club that there always is at Blizzard of the cool kids that like get get to go for free or whatever, and it's just like which is always one of those not all weird turn of phrase, but like it's one of those things that definitely bothers me about Blizzard is just kind of like the boys club nature of everything. Uh, it can be a bit frustrating. Can come to RuneFest. Yeah, dude. I hope to hear more about that soon. Um I know it was like in talks about like being in LA or something, which would be fucking sick, dude. Cuz I'm like an hour away. Um like I want to get out and do more shit and everything. I need to like pay attention to the Twitch Discord creators thing because surely there's like stuff going on there and stuff. But yeah, just I need to pay attention to more stuff. I want to do more stuff. I want to get out there more, and you know, I'm lucky that I live in an area where there's so much like close to me with all that kind of stuff. So should really be taking advantage of that more. Even and not even just that, but just like fun shit. Like I see Kaiser goes out like Kaiser and Nesba like uh I remember it was like in October or whatever, some like emo punk night thing or something like that. I was like, fuck yeah, that's fucking dope. I also saw the other day that uh like punk night or whatever is the millennial version of 80s night or whatever, and I was like, fuck, you're right though. Like god damn it. But yeah, I definitely want to get out and do more of that shit. And I've been saying that for a while, even just like going out to like shows and stuff. And one thing I can and should pay attention to is like Spotify. There's always like little announcements and stuff, like up in here where I'll be like, oh, this show's going on, or you'll be listening to an artist like, oh, they're playing. And dude, I like again, the fucking Southern California, like there's so much music, there's so many things. my first show as a kid on my 14th birthday, either 13th or 14th. I think it was my 14th, was Bad Religion over at the House of Blues in downtown Disney. So that was a whole thing. Um, yeah. So, and we got like the observatory. I saw a yellow card there. Did I get a shirt? I feel like I did get a shirt. But yeah, yellow card over at the observatory and shit. Like there's a lot of like music around here. And then like LA is like right up there. There's shit ton up there. I mean, it's just you take advantage of it. Yo, Ninja Cat Bob. Yeah, thank you, man. I need to just go live for a little bit here and there. I get anxiety about it because of like metrics and stuff, and I need to just like put that aside, especially because like right now things are just gonna be weird. And I don't know. I don't like to talk about it too much because like I don't want people to feel like I'm trying to like garner sympathy or like woe is me kind of shit. For me, this is just kind of like business as usual, like I said. Like it's just one fucking thing after another, dude. Like since I was a kid. Like again, it's like I don't even like want to list it all out because it's like I'm not trying to like fucking sympathy bait and shit. Like it's just, you know, I've gone through a lot. My family's gone through a lot. Been a lot of different shit. Like you guys know my brother, the whole heart transplant thing that happened because he had brain cancer, and so like the chemotherapy and all like the medicine and stuff, like fucked up his stuff, and so it was kind of like an inevitability sort of thing, and it just the heart failure progressively got worse until you know like had to have like other interventions before that, and then finally it was like, all right, like fucking you're in the hospital and you're on this machine until we find you a heart. Like fuck. you know uh and then just other stuff in between, other serious kind of shit. So it's you know similar to like I've said about like how, because I'm doing the overnight shift at the hospital, is like I'm kind of built for this, like my degen gamer schedule and shit like that. It's like, oh, we need you to be there. Hey, level up completed. 85 crafting. Neck upgrade acquired. You can fucking do it. Sorry, I'm all over the place. So, because I'm still just playing in the background while I'm talking to you guys. But you guys can check out my inventory with the plugins still over on like the left hand side. Sorry, just messaging LMGD there. I love you guys. Um, so yeah, gamer schedule. Jamer. Yeah. Oh, also yeah, I did think about that shit the other day. Everybody here is now a Jamer. You're all Jamers. Jamers in the chat. Yo, GMGM missed a fit. Can't wait till you make it big. Me too, Maven. Also, fucking dude, Nimbin's 15 consecutive streak. Goddamn dog. Yo, Tethy. What'd you just call me? The fuck you just say? Yeah, dude. Appreciate the fucking sub, dog. Thank you very much, man. Working on it? Hell yeah, dude. Hopefully I don't fuck it up by having such a weird schedule that you don't get to like catch a stream. But VODs count. So there's that. As far as I understand. Excuse me. That is a massive upgrade too, dude. 85 crafting. Um that's like it's just better all around, right? Like no range strength, I don't think. Well, yeah. So wow, we'll look at that in a minute with the neck. Um Sarge mods are the best. It's true. Glowy, are you a mod over in Sarge chat? I feel like I did recognize your name earlier when I saw it in chat. I was like, fucking, I definitely know this name. Been a second. I feel like I haven't been like hanging out in Sarge chat as much. Like, it's weird. I just, especially, with all the shit going on or whatever. But I mean, I'm still watching streams and, um, so, I don't know. I don't think it's, I don't know. I haven't been watching. I don't know. I don't know. Just crossed my mind. You've only done boy makeup a few times. Guys favor strong bone structure and stark eyebrows. Not trying to make anyone girly. Do you think you could make me pretty though? Probably have to like shave the beard. That's one thing is like guy makeup is just having a beard. Like well, I guess if you don't have a beard though, then that's when you do the whole like stuff. But it's like this is I mean, it's like the same content or concept. I don't know why I was gonna say context, but like I like you have your lines and like they like match up with like different kind of features or whatever, and they're supposed to what's the word enhance the way different structures look and all that kind of stuff. Lately I feel like my beard's looking pretty good. What do you guys think? I feel like I don't know, I've been keeping it pretty nice. I'm at the hospital, so there's a lot of nurses and stuff, and yeah, there's a lot of talent. Look, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not being that guy or whatever. I'm just there looking good. All right, you know, put a smile on somebody's face, maybe. Sorry, it takes like sorry I ramble so much that it like takes me a while to like respond to you guys sometimes there too. But like know that I do like read and get back to you guys and all that. Well, household had to buy her tickets. Yeah, no, I empathize. I do. It's just like it's one of those things. It's just kind of like silly. At the end of the day, with all that BS, I I'm looking forward to everything coming up this year. I think it's going to be another big good year. I definitely worry, about just everything going on at the moment, but I know it'll get better and it's just going to take time. Like that's the thing. Like we're past the stage where like I'm afraid of like any sort of like immediate life threatening thing. It's just kind of recovery, but and it's gonna be difficult and hope it'll go well and make a full recovery and everything. But that's to that's to see and that's to come. If I've learned anything over all these years is that worrying doesn't really get you anywhere. You can sit there and worry, but like at the end, like what does that actually do for you other than just get you kind of fucked up? Like you need to just like I don't know, you can think about it and you can plan and like do all that stuff, but like you need to not just get stuck there. Yeah, dude, you gotta get back up to the 40 streak. I've lost some big streaks in some streams. Like I don't know. It's so funny how it works, dude, because it does make you want to just like tune in for a little bit to like keep the streak and stuff. Like it's actually like a good fucking uh little dealio to keep people engaged, I feel like. You can cheat them. Yeah, like watching VODs, I think. Like you can kind of like let it lapse for like a 24 hours there. Oh, and make a clip. Open up the VOD and make a clip. It saves your streak for the day. That's a big, Big life hack. You're a moose viewer, but not an average moose viewer since I'm not a furry. Sure, you're not. Yeah, yeah, we're all not furries. Yeah, yeah, right, guys. Nobody in here is a furry. Come on, that's crazy. Fox girls and their tails and ears and fucking dump trucks. Wait, what? Guy makeup is comb over to cover the bald spots. I suppose. I guess. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, I don't know. In my mind, like a beard, like it's the same thing. It's your face, right? So a beard is like makeup for dudes. Again, yeah, I don't think I would ever shave my beard at this point. I guess that would actually be kind of like a stream bet thing because I don't want to shave my beard and I can't shave my head. I mean, I can, but like, you know, I've thought about that, like making it a meme where it's like, you know, doing blank, or doing blank until I blank. If I don't, then I shave my head. Putting shaving my head as the stakes on something, and then people tuning in being like, "Wait, this guy's bald. Like, did he already lose? Like, what's the the fuck's going on here?" But yeah, cheating streaks. If you open up a VOD, makes a clip, saves the streak for a day. That's a nice little cheat there, little cheat code. Yeah, right, Yan. Like when it comes to life, like some things you just gotta kind of like let it ride. Like worrying doesn't get you anywhere on a lot of things. Like again, it's okay to plan and like you can be thinking about something and being worried. If like you're planning something, it's like, oh well, what if, what if, what if? Sure, yeah, right on. But that's different than just like being there and just kind of getting swallowed up by like what ifs. Gift one side of sub if you shave your head bald. I do actually need to shave like this morning. It's what I don't like because here's the thing. I don't mind being bald, but like, look, you know, it's fucking also scar makes me look badass. I I fell and I fucking like nearly cracked my head open, but like you can see. So then this, so this is like this isn't as thick or as dark as the sides, right? So it just it end it ends up being George Costanza and shit. So it's just like I don't know. I just don't like if it were even, I would like let it be more stubbly or whatever. Like I need some shit like everyone they're trying to like regrow hair and all that kind of shit. I need some shit to make me like more bald. Like I guess I could like blast steroids or something. Just go like super bald. But like just the sides and stuff like for whatever reason the sides just it's a thing, male pattern baldness or whatever the fuck. They just the sides like just don't go. It's just like it's just the fucking top. You get the George Costanza. Laser hair treatment on scalp. I remember my friend was an esthetician and or esthetician or whatever the fuck wax lady, and I brought it up about like I was like, oh, can I like wax my head? And she was like, no, blah blah blah. It's like different skin, different follicles, all this kind of shit. I'm like, okay, okay. I was just wondering, like, fuck. Not afraid to say it. Those bunny girls from Final Fantasy 12 could get it. God, yeah, fucking dude. The way that like all like I'm not a furry, but I get it. Okay, I get it. I quit, but I get it. Right? Yeah. Those artists, man, it's like Volcano. It's like I don't actually want to fuck Volcano, but like why is she so thick though? Didn't even need to finish that sentence. Unreal. You're soup man. No shit, doctor. Unreal. That's dude. It's funny, dude, and that's what I like about this kind of just community of RuneScape is like everybody really is interconnected. Everybody knows everybody, and it's like that in WoW too. Like there's the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon over there too. You know, everybody knows everybody, but well, for the most part, like everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. You know, it's still like the same way. Yo, we're Baker. What's good? What's good? Yo, Vilsey, I said what I said. Yo, Pro Crabs, great to see you. Yeah, Oscar, that's what we're going for so far. We actually, here, let me switch it over. We've done enough yapping and we're gonna yap still. Um, but we been just kind of blowing glass at the moment, you know, anyone trying to change their name to glass. And we are level 85 crafting, which means we can boost up and make a amulet of fury or some shit. It's so hard to remember all the different fucking fury, torture, fucking sacker, tapper, collar. I don't know. Dude, it would be cool if they had a necklace in the game, but it was called a collar and it was just it was but the name of the item was collar X and it was just like an X kind of like choker and that you know I don't know. I think it's funny to me probably just because I do the I'm gonna call my X joke so much. So it's you know it's the collar X. I don't know. It's a bit of a stretch. Name your sanity from blowing glass. Fucking hell yeah. You finished the 87 crafting grind on Wednesday? Fuck yeah. Is 87 all you need to get to? I thought isn't it like 93 or some shit or 92? Or I guess maybe is that with 87 and then you boost to 92. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to remember like which one's like the boost level. I was like, is this the level I'm boosting to, or is this the level I need to get to boost? like, again, you know, between the construction and crafting and all that shit. That's why you know I made it on my notepad. Um, you know, like I put the boosted level like this, and then like the actual level in parentheses. You know, I probably should have just done like 1 and 1, but like you know, jewelry box space 73 boosted, 81 uh you know, for actual level because you know 73 plus 8. However, the room is 80 and you can't boost for the room because you don't use the saw for the room or whatever. So you can't actually like boost this stuff until like 80, kind of, I think. Well, I guess you could like +5 the room, so you could be like 75. But then you could, I mean, you could do this and alter spell swap, which is, I think, what I did. Got like the lunar thing, which we can make that. See, that's the thing, dude. Like, you know, I've been playing, you know, a little bit here and there, right? You know, I'm not like going full degen and, you know, playing every second. Like, you know, I'm still like, I got shit I need to do, right? And, you know, even when I'm just kind of like hanging out overnight at the hospital and stuff, I'm still either catching a little bit of sleep or, taking care of whatever thing is, happening at the moment there. Um, so, so I've done pretty good though. Like, oh my God, guys, you guys are gonna freak out. Yo, everybody tap in, tap in, tap in. If you guys aren't watching, watch, because this is actually kind of fucking gnarly. And I'll read your chats too, but like check this shit out. It's a little like I don't know, it might be a little bit like hard to conceptualize. Oh, the other big thing, I got fucking 81 herb lore. I don't know that I had that last stream. So fucking Sarah Brews, let's go, baby. I got 635 4-dose Sarah Brews. I have 398 4-dose super restores. I got 56 3-dose prayer pots. I got 622 4-dose prayer pots. And I have 643 unfinished Renar potions. I got like 1,200 prayer pots. I got like 1,300 prayer pots on my fucking wrist, dog. Yeah. Yo. That's like I'm doing my fucking some of you guys were here, originally when I was like, oh, I hate doing, I don't want to do my, not like I don't want to do my farm runs. It was, and like I said this from the beginning, but like it's just, it was always kind of like, I would just always shorthand it so people would kind of like maybe like not catch the full thing, but it was like, I don't like farming because I'm the type of person where I'll min-max shit and I'll be waking up at fucking 2:45 a.m. to, do my 13th fucking herb run of the day or whatever the fuck, or, all my shit like on cooldown. Like I don't typically like time things or dailies and blah, 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 because like it fucks that part of my brain where it's like, oh, I gotta do blah, blah. So that's, kind of where I'm coming from with that. Let me, let me just here, we'll just make this easy with a skill neck, because we have all those like my pride and joy kind of at the moment is the Raynars. Ooh, yikes. Okay, we got to clear the Addis plant and plant a new one. I think I'm gonna try and res these herbs. I really need to up my construction, which I think is what we're gonna do this morning. I only need to hit 83, 2 levels, and I have my setup with NPC contacts, so that's gonna be easy. We get like 200k an hour or some shit like that, so it'll be like 2 hours, easy. But swapping my spellbook to Arceus for resing some of these plants and stuff would be kind of nice here and there. And it's still like just slightly inconvenient enough even with my house. But
I don't like farming, sowing the fields and planting wheat to make bread sucks. I only enjoy when a local little red hen makes fresh baked bread for me to enjoy.
Dude, the bacon bread like for whatever reason that reminded me of like Minecraft, picking wheat and making bread. So like I said, my pride and joy of the moment kind of right is like all my prayer pots and my potential prayer pots. I haven't made them though, because I still want to do some mixology so I can get like the goggles and the thing, and like I have 600, so it's not like I'm running out or whatever. So it just kind of benefits me to like, I have a bunch of amulets of chemistry, but it's just, more convenient to like use the goggles and the necklace and stuff. And the goggles save some like secondaries. And there's even some cool shit where like the goggles can save secondaries on like making the poison. Like if you do like the coconut milk with like the red spider eggs and the fucking cactus spine. So that could be like big EXP there. I haven't been lately. I've kept my palm trees up to like keep on harvesting the coconuts, because like coconut milk is like easy to come by, but it's also not. So lately I've been sacking my EXP there, especially because I'm 92 farming. Like, I don't know. I've been going through and planting maples and stuff, which is like, it's such little EXP, but I mean, it adds up. But yeah, I just I don't know, I didn't want to like fuck with that too much. So let me show. Okay, keep on getting distracted, and I want to read your chats too. Prayer pots, like I said, got like 12 or 1300 of them, potentially, and then we still have 20 Raynar seeds, dude. Like I had like 100 because of crystal implings, and we've been pumping that out, so that's really nice. Um, got like a decent amount of just herb seeds in general. But I have, I've been using them, right? Dwarf weed. I like to keep a couple just for like contracts and stuff. Um, so we're doing really good. Secondaries I've been keeping set up pretty well as well. Um, doing my bushes for the white berries for super defense. We got Ardoon, Champions Guild, etc. Um, Remington, Remington, and Farming Guild and stuff. So we're pumping those out. Cactus, I've switched over to doing these regular cactus for the cactus spines instead of the potato cactus. Um, might kind of switch it up here and there, but the cactus spines feels like it'll be a good renewable source of EXP because I can do coconut milk, red eggs, and cactus spines, all three of which are like renewable things. Coconuts, leave my palm trees up. Cactus, leave the cactus up. And red spider eggs, I can go to the Tower of Life and do spine deans, which is like just super easy. I know there's like other sources, like wildy bosses or whatever, but I don't know that I ever tried the spider boss. Maybe it would be all right. Um, but just um my stuff is like a little messed up. No, it's not that. When it comes to wildy bosses, it's I don't know. I just don't enjoy them as much. Like I feel like very nerfed, and I feel like it takes a lot of time because I'm just like out there in like monk robes and shit. And I could probably do better to like set myself up or something. So yeah, that's what we got going. Let me get my Draymond staff and such. Um, let me see too. When were the guys planning on doing TOA today? 1 p.m. EST is. Sorry, I just wanted to respond to LMGD there. If you did 13 runs a day, you'd run out quick. That true, true. It's just like I was saying there a little bit ago was why I like didn't like farming or the idea of farming was because like I knew my kind of min max nature would like take over and be like just hyper obsessed and focus on it, which kind of like I have at the moment. We've done pretty well. I feel like about doing all our runs and all that kind of shit. I'm not doing 24 a day, but I'm doing a lot. Did I need that? No, I changed that back. What was I doing? Oh, we were going. Yeah. This is why I need the construction so I can get that shit. Um, CIS. Ah, yes. LMGD just wants my. He just wants my points. Where's bro been? Stocky, what's good, dog? Um, I've been taking care of a family member over in the hospital. Um, you know, so I've just been like a little bit busy. uh, you know, and I'm sure like a lot of people, but like our family, we're really tight knit like that, where it's like something happens, we all dog pile onto it. Yeah, it's rough. So, um, exclamation point update kind of summarizes a little bit. Um, but yeah, it's we're gonna be having to take care of a lot of stuff, and that's fine. But stream might be a little bit here and there until I kind of really figure out a good solution time wise. What all runes do I need there? Sorry. Resurrect. Oh wait, that's crops. I think is it resurrect crops? Is that what I want? I'm pretty sure that's what I want. Nature, blood, earth, soul. Nature, blood, earth, soul. Earth and soul makes sense. Surely this is kind of like a bad use of runes or whatever, but it's a great way to stay in shape. Blood, soul. We got earth. I guess I could use earth staff. Resurrect crops, degrime. Okay. Let's see. It's first time using this. Ha! A new Belore Delana. We will have justice. and all my non-WoW players, sorry, it's that's you won't get that. That's kind of like that's like our version of Nil Sol or whatever from those guys over in Civitas Illa Fortis. Civitas is definitely the Silver Moon city of RuneScape. It was like, because Civitas, Varlamore or whatever, it was like a new edition. Same thing with the Blood Elves and everything over the Isle of Keldanis. So there's a lot of like, dude, it's crazy. The amount of like parallels and shit. Dude, I was talking with my brother last night. Sorry, like, because we're like, it's all kind of related. It's weird how like I like pre-lay things out for people and stuff like it conversationally. I was talking with my brother about The Realm Online, which is a game that I've told you guys about here and there, but some of you guys, don't know it. Real quick. The Realm Online. So, side scroller, very much like early, RuneScape or whatever, back when it was like 2D or whatever the fuck. Little side scroller dealio here. Mute it here real quick. Character creation, different races and stuff that impacted your stats, player housing, walking around, going outside of your house and stuff. And like you can kind of see it's a side scroller. Sorry, I'm going around so much. I wanted to just kind of show the action. So you kind of click between the different panels and stuff, like a grid. Dude, I feel like so I was talking to my brother and stuff, and people love like horizontal progression and like all this kind of stuff. It's like this game, it's crazy, and like people love the whole like old school RuneScape kind of, old game but remixed with like new shit or whatever. This game has done that. Like, and it's funny because like the Realm, it's credited with being like the first MMORPG. It was released in 96, so even before EverQuest, because EverQuest was 99. Back before, like it says here, when games were called MUDs, multi-user dungeons. Like in that kind of style of game before like MMORPG was even like like it keeps on saying here. Same script as always, right? But they've done also, sorry I'm missing you guys over there on YouTube. Louis, the commands over there on Twitch. Appreciate it too, Ignacio, man. Thank you, dog. Farming level is 92 there, pulled. But like I was saying, where they've done like a old school RuneScape style, a classic plus style of thing. What's new? Maybe it'll say there. So no, it's like dev stuff. Okay, well I guess that kind of shows a little bit, but like there's two versions of the game. There's like the old school kind of museum, what it was way back when sort of deal, and that's free. And then there's the paid version, which is like the old school RuneScape classic plus sort of version where they've added on to it. I think it's called like Maven's Gamble or something. I feel like this is gonna just take me to the same shit. Yeah. Do. Okay, no, Maven's Gamble is the original one. Despasi. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, Despasi's Grove is the legacy server. Wait, is the legacy server reflecting cumulative content from the owners throughout the game's history? Server has a level cap of 1,000, significantly more zones and dungeons than Maven's Gamble. Okay, so Maven's Gamble is the original. It's, I don't know. It doesn't matter the names and stuff, but there's an original version and then like, the blown up version. Okay, Maven's Gamble is the fresh take on the realm. Here's the other cool thing. The company Digital Alchemy was not the first owner of this game. Norseman Games was, and then Sierra Entertainment, then Codemasters, and now it's Digital Alchemy. And I think there was even a few more in between there. Even after all of that, you could still recover your original fucking account. It's insane. Like, that blows me away. And it kind of like annoys me when it comes to like Blizzard and shit, where like, they won't let you like transfer your character over to TBC if you had one on like the Blizzard anniversary servers or like whatever else. Like, it's too late to do that. And it's like, what the fuck do you mean like too late? Like, did you guys actually like get rid of the fucking data or whatever? Because it's like, it costs nothing to keep the data. It's just little lines of text. You could keep it on a fucking thumb drive. Like, if these guys can keep it for 20 fucking plus years through 16 different companies and you guys can't for like 5 years, like, what the fuck, dude? That's crazy to me. Like, I would, yeah, it just blows my mind. I don't know. Fucking annoys me. It's money, dude. I would literally pay. Like, it's just that like they just don't offer the option as far as I understand. Could be wrong. Maybe they changed something. But like, it's like you just can't even do it. And it's just like, the fuck, So I bring all this up because like I was saying, I was talking with my brother and everything about it. And I totally think, dude, like, this is something I could like, as I'm fortunate that I kind of, I could make this happen possibly because I know, some of these guys, Sard and Joker, everybody, right? I know a lot of people, which is like, I'm very fortunate for that. So like, I feel like I could like kind of make this a trend for like, I don't know, a month or a week or whatever. Just even have just people try it. Like, imagine just seeing Guzu like play this shit or whatever. It's such a, I feel like it's exactly what everybody like says and talks about, where it's like, a deep game with like horizontal progression, but it's honestly, it's kind of like more diagonal. Like there's, early stuff that like you always use, like would use kind of thing, or like like, I explained to my brother, there's like situational bis, and you know, like using a magical mace versus like a devil, because they're evil and it's gonna do like 3x damage. But like you could wear that at like level 65, I think, or like, or some shit, or maybe it's a little bit. It might be like a little bit higher. The level cap's 1,000, but each level is just 10,000 experience. But you start getting less exp from like stuff, lower level than you and stuff. So you're incentivized to kill stuff at least your level or higher. Um, I think, do I still? I don't. Did I download it on this computer? I don't know if I did. No, it's on my other computer, but I could download it on this one at some point. But yeah, no, basically, like I said, because I'm talking all over the place. This is something, and this is, so here's, this guy's kind of showing it at the moment. There's like dungeons and stuff. So like that, the original thing, multi-user dungeon, that's where it came from. God, I just wanted to like, it's so hard to like scroll through a video sometimes. So you clicked entered for that dungeon or whatever. It's like, just a little rock, and then you go through, and like it's like a full laid out, kind of, it's the same route every time, sort of thing. So a lot of people would just bot it, right? They would just set up like a macro window, and have the game, set up, do this click, do that click, click over here, enchant yourself, heal yourself, go into combat with these guys, use these attacks, loot that stuff, blah 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 blah, hit take all. So I feel like they would get into it. It's turn-based combat. Here, we'll just kind of like watch a little bit of the combat here, but you know, so it's a little bit different, a little bit weird or whatever. But it's crazy to me because like my brother used to like PvP in the game and stuff, and it's always just weird to me to think about PvP. But like you could people would PvP in this fucking game, and it's just weird it's, I don't know, it's weird to think for me, like especially like turn-based combat. So like you would macro it to like hit take all, uh right there, that way you would just like loot everything. And it's cool too, like these thieves, because you're in Thieves Hole. If you just kind of like stand here, or if you're like walking through the world, how it says kind of like here in all these different chat boxes, thief hits run for one, blah blah blah. It would say like, oh, the thief stole 30 gold from you or whatever, and they would actually steal your gold, and then if you killed them, you get your gold back. If you die, you drop your items, and the monster that killed you would likely loot it, or maybe another monster like on this frame would like loot it after the combat or whatever. But that was always the thing, dude. Like I remember I died once and I lost some loot, and I told my brother, and I was like, dude, I fucking lost this. I like to, a giant pack of devils or whatever, and I was like, I was really like distraught because it was like an expensive item, and he gave it to me, and I was like, I'm so sorry, blah blah, and all that. And he had like a max level character and all this like badass shit or whatever. It didn't really matter. But he still went and killed like everything in that zone or whatever until he found that pack of like 17 fucking devils, and like just threw a berserker helmet on, and the berserker helmet lets you attack before combat even starts. So like we'll see, like combat starts here in a second. See, like look, they all stole gold from him. That's crazy. Like I was just saying. So combat would start, and right when this window would, like before this window would even come up to do shit, the berserker helm, you would literally just charge in and start. The problem was if you were in a group, you're berserked, so you would sometimes maybe hit your party member, which was less than ideal. But he was solo or whatever, big pack of 13 devils. He went in there with his max gear, max level or whatever, berserker helm, and is just like one tapping all of them. And I'm pretty sure he killed everything before like the fight even started. You know, it's just like doom dead, doom dead, doom dead, doom dead, doom dead, doom, you know, just fucking done, done, done. Got the item back. I think it was like a wrath, which was uh the wrath, the realm online. It's like a very iconic sword. Wrath. The Wrath. I don't like that it's not like given a. Yeah, whatever. It's just like a really badass sword. Um, had like really good stats. It was kind of like the Thunder Fury of, and not really like Thunder Fury, but like it was a really really badass, like it was iconic fucking sword for the game. It was like fully enchanted and stuff, so like it definitely was like a big loss there in my mind as a kid. Um, so yeah, long story short, I feel like I could get the guys into this game for like a little bit. Whether, you know, kind of playing through it for real or playing through it kind of the way I did as a kid, where you like get hooked up with like a bunch of gear and stuff. It's crazy. There's still like a very small community of like 30 people that play this shit. You know, you go onto like the server or whatever, and it shows like the number of people logged on, and a lot of it is like it's probably actually like 15 people, you know, plus their alt. But you know, it's a fun thing to kind of come back to and fuck around with for a little bit. Appreciate you guys letting me talk about that, because yeah, that was like the first game that really like started it off for me. Um, yeah, it was nice. You know, brothers and I kind of bonded over it, and you know, just kind of really set up the whole foundation of everything when it came to games. Did I ever play Adventure Quest? No, I never played that one. When are you getting Pipe of the Blow? A little blower piper? Soon, soon. I want to do construction. Maybe we do like a couple of Zulra kills just like for shits and giggles. But I want to do a little construction. Um, I might do my herb run right now, but honestly, like, you know, I've been so on top of my herb runs, I don't really care to like waste time doing an herb run right now. Plus, uh, our our level is good enough. Sorry, my brain's fucking not working. My brain's not working. Uh Actually, well, no, our herbler's fine. We just need to make stuff. I don't need to like gather more necessarily. I need to finish off construction. I would like to get 2 agility levels for Zulra, just because it's annoying as shit going to like Catherby and chartering a ship and doing all that stuff. Eventually I'll get some like teleport scrolls or whatever, I guess, but haven't gotten any of those yet. Um, but it'll be cool because our herb lore's basically there so that we can make the anti-venoms, which is what we need in order to make our upgraded pool. So that's nice. Yo, what's good, soft taco? I haven't really practiced it yet since. I didn't want to like do a bunch of kills offline and like get something and like, you know, spoil the hype. So I've just been mostly skilling because I've been kind of busy dealing with IRL shit. So I've been doing a lot of mobile and stuff, and you know, even though mobile's great and like a lot of people do PVM on it, I just haven't really felt like putting in that much effort. So I've just I've been doing like little skilling stuff. But it's been good. Like I said, 81 herb lore, 92 farming, 85 crafting now. Um Yeah, I need to knock out like a little bit of agility, a little bit of construction. We have 80 fletching even. Like I've kind of just been chipping away at that a little bit here and there, you know, in the case that we need to make a longbow. Um, and so like we're totally chilling there. You know, if we needed to make a magic longbow, to make our scobo, we can boost to do that. But you know, we might get one as a drop anyway, so it's not a big deal, but you know, you can't really just count on that. You could argue, you know, cross that bridge when you get to it, but I'd say, you know, just fletching knife and a bunch of maple logs. It's pretty good EXP per hour. It's like 150 or some shit. 150k. Um, you know, fletching knife plus maple logs into like, you know, you or magic longbows or fucking goddamn maple logs into maple longbows. Um, Veil Tomes is really great. Um, but yeah, so like we're kind of chilling there, chilling on our crafting. Just need construction, agility, one more herb lore, but like we're basically there. You know, 50k exp. That ain't shit. Um, Especially with, you know, again, for any of you guys that missed it, I am big chillin' herb wise. You know, I've been making everything into like unfinished pots or whatever over at that one bitch at the desert. 643 unfinished Renar pots. 622 already made prayer pots at 4 dose. Another like 50 at 3 dose. 635 Sarah brews, 398 super stores, 75 more toad flax rider. Still got like 20 Raynar seeds. I just need to do mixology so that we get the amulet and the goggles. I have amulets of chemistry and everything, but it's just, you know, kind of convenience thing. Plus the goggles helping to save secondaries and everything. And I need to just do mixology anyway. I need to do a bunch of it. Wouldn't need to get potion storage. I've been doing a different tactic lately, where I don't just make everything on the list. I've been doing the thing where like you're prioritizing lie points because you're always going to need more of those than you need of anything else, and they're also like the hardest to get. So the quickest way I can explain it is basically skipping potions that don't have a L in it and skipping potions that have triple letters unless it's triple L. You know, of course you would do a triple L, but like triple M, triple A, you don't get a lot of points for that because it's a like one flavor of stuff. You know, like if it was MML, you know, it's like, you know, sure, maybe make that. But if it's MMM, it's just, you know, one flavor of thing. And that's why, like, you know, MLA, mix a lot, is like a lot of points because it's, you know, all three different flavors. So I guess, which I, you know, I said long story short on that, or like, you know, the quickest way to say it. But yeah, quickest way to say it is doing potions with L in it and skipping orders that have a lot of A's or are just one note. Of course, unless it's L. And again, like that's not short or simple enough to kind of. I feel like I made that short and simple, but like, yeah. Do triple L's or potions with L's in it. Skip basically everything else. Except for mix a lot. And if you get a mix a lot, you do everything in the order because you get a bonus for completing the whole order. And again, Moose Fortune got my back there. Just only just noticed that. Had to catch up on the conversation on that. Don't ever do full orders, less XP per hour. Yeah, I think the only exception really is like if it's like a lot of L's or fucking a mix a lot. So So that's made it a little bit better. And yeah, it's like, I don't know. Mixology's not that bad, but it's definitely like, just like everybody says, like it's slow. Fucking like even though like the actions themselves are fast, like click, 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 click over here, just like the EX, even though you're getting better EXP per herb, you're getting like way worse EXP per hour, but you don't have to farm secondaries, which, people always like to do EXP per hour based on just active time of like making the potion or whatever thing. And it's like, that's not always accurate, right? Because like I'm a big, kind of person of like actual EXP per hour, like effective, you know, like real time EXP per hour, when it comes to farming, people, oh, it's like the fastest 99 or whatever. It's like, not really though. Like you're like literally time gated to a degree, except for like tithe farm, right? You could do tithe farm, but like, doing it traditionally, it's like, yeah, a maple tree is like 3 or 4 thousand experience or whatever. Like, fuck yeah, right? Um, but it's, over 8 hours, right? Or some shit like that. So then like, it's the maple tree is like at that point, just one maple tree is if it's 4,000 over 8 hours, it's goddamn, why am I so stupid? 1,000 an hour. Right? Yeah. So wait, no, it's not. It's eight. It's 500. Yeah. Yeah, 500. So it's like 500 EXP per hour, right? So I mean, like multiply that by like 7 or 8, right? It's still, but like you get what I mean, where it's like yeah, if you're counting farming EXP, at the time of just harvesting or whatever, yeah, it's a gajillion EXP per hour. But like, you know, fucking, if you and I started on March 1st and we're like racing to a 99, like, and you picked farming and I picked hunter, like, I'm gonna dust your ass because I could just send, lizard, 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 and then fucking do hunter rumors and shit. Calquat and hardwood. Yeah, I think I'm at that point because, like I don't know, fucking going around for 4K XP from maples. I'm just gonna leave them there or whatever, right? Because you're always better off leaving something there than leaving it blank. Because if you leave it blank, you're gonna come back to it anyway, and so like you might as well get some EXP when you come back anyway to plant something better, right? And that was something I don't think I really kind of picked up on or like realized early enough. Doesn't really matter, but like, it is nice, like I said, like, you might as well sort of thing, right? Like I had like 100 maple saplings and I was like no use or magics or whatever. And in my head it's kind of like, yeah, fuck doing that, right? It's, it's just maple. I'm just gonna harvest my ewes and then, wait till I get more ewes or whatever. And then it's like, well, if you're gonna if you're gonna check its health or whatever for the EXP, you might as well cut it down. And then if you might as well cut it down, you might as well plant something new so that the next time when you do come back with a better tree, you'll get more experience again. So I, try to do that with like my allotments and stuff too. I left watermelon, snape grass, all that kind of shit up in there. Yeah, it was good, GX. Yo, Moon, you made all your glass for 93 crafting. That's good shit, man. Like you actually like blew it all, like you're done. You got 93? Or like you got your, I think, so like do you have like 88 and you're boosting to 93, or like you have 93 actually? I only chop magic so the rest save the bitch do for me. No, same here. Right? No, like I agree. Like and I didn't mean to like count in the chop time because like of course you pay like the 200 to just chop it down. Uh, it's way better. Except for the magic trees because the magic trees for the roots. For anti venom or antidote plus plus, antidote plus plus, I think. Think of it this way: you don't calculate your strength EXP per hour while you're training woodcutting. Farming XP only counts while you're farming. No, I do get that, but like it's just kind of different. It's like literally time gated. Like I said, it's like when people say it's like the one of the fastest 99s or like the fastest 99, it's like I said, it's, sure on some graph, when you're calculating it like that, but you start at March 1st, I start at March 1st, let's race to 99. I'll get to Hunter long before you're 99 farming. I mean like shit, dude. I've had 90. I've been sitting on 91 farm or 91 hunter for like a while, and like I only just got 92 farming, and like arguably I could have been better about farming and stuff like that. But it's like like I said, it's like I've been sitting on 91 hunter for a while. Like I just haven't been doing my hunter rumors and stuff. Been too busy doing everything else. But I do want to send a whole bunch of hunter rumors, and like I really would like to have that as like my first 99. And with my health being 95, like we gotta kind of maybe prioritize that a little bit here soon, because it would be nice to get first 99 hunter. It's definitely in my control. I just need to do it. Do you have Fury yet? No, like we just got 85 crafting on stream here. So it was while I was yapping actually, like in the kind of pre-stream part. Um so I'll need to like buy some chaos runes and then go over to Molurek and then sell them to get the tokel to buy the onyx, I believe. Better than glory, I think you mean, right? Like, let's look it up. Amulet of Fury. Um, yeah, 5 prayer, 8 strength. We can do the compare thing with glory. Fine, we'll do amulet of glory. So it's more defensive, same offensive, two except for two more two more regular strength from the Fury and 2 more prayer. So it's basically a defensive upgrade with 2 prayer and 2 strength, but 2 strength is half a max hit, so that ain't nothing. Yo, Nimbins, appreciate seeing you, dude. Get some good sleep, man. 1:30 a.m.'s crazy work. I mean, what time is it for me then? You guys are like 5 hours behind me, but like on the next day. So that would make it like 6:30. Yeah, 6:30. Ooh, I should plug my phone. Yikes. Makes a difference in some gear sets. Yeah, it'll be different and it'll be better. Like, it's not ground, like I don't know. It's definitely an upgrade. Um I don't know. I guess we could like do that right now. Um I have like some tokel, but I don't think I have like any appreciable amount that really matters. I think I need like 30,000 chaos runes or some shit to to buy it or something. Oh wow, I have like a fair amount already. Um I'll still buy, 6,000. 23. Yeah, I don't really know. Plus I have some Tokel, so like, you know, do spending. Gem store. Is this one cheaper or something maybe? This always confuses me. Price sold at, price bought at. Like I don't know why, but you know, this is what he sells it at and this is what he buys it at. But I don't know why just at first like it fucks my head. Um 28 889 chaos equals an onyx. Okay. That's with the Karamja gloves. Wait. Why is Oh, okay. Yeah, so 260,000 exactly with gloves. Okay. Um so I only need just like a few thousand more chaos, if anything, because I already have some tokel or whatever, unless you're accounting for the tokel I have. Um where should I buy the chaos runes? Probably just fucking anywhere. We'll go to like Prif because I don't know. I say that, but Prif will probably be like bought out because it's, you know, everybody else's first thought. 16,666 death equals an onyx. Interesting. I wonder. I have like 24,000 death, but I think like eventually I'll use those death runes, right? Kind of. So like, I think chaos is probably the best way. If you go by two, okay. Yeah, I guess you know if you're gonna be there, might as well get two of them. So yeah, we'll just buy a shit ton of chaos. Change this because you can change the quantity thingy, but the problem is that when like at least for me, I'll try it again, but and maybe we don't need to world hop or whatever. God, my clicks that bad. Um, my problem is here. So wait, train. Yeah, resets every time. Maybe it's like a setting you got turned on in like the settings. Um, yeah. So like anytime you like world hop or whatever, it just resets anyway. So I still just change the input to the fucking thing. Kind of clicking so poorly. This is actually going to be a lot faster than I thought. I don't know what. Like it's weird. Like runes, even though like I don't know, you can buy them in the packs and stuff, and like just it fucking I don't know why in my head it's something that like is so much worse. No, yeah, that's yeah, binary entry swapper. 3,000 dragon bolts. That sounds pretty tight from Vork. I wonder Vorkath. That's after Dragon Slayer 2, right? That I can start doing that. If you have Folly, What's folly? Is that big like lance thing that I always see? Oh, fall the stab, the sailing stabber, right? Yeah, I don't even have access to that because I have like 40 sailing. At least I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, Folly works really easy. Bell's Folly's a stab, better than Hosta. Range kills can suck, especially early on. Rune crossbow Vork. Yeah, but I got Bofa. Wouldn't I Bofa Vorkath? No? I thought I saw some videos and shit where it was like, yeah, Bofa Vork, like Bofa Vorkath. Oh, right, the Dragonfire. Right. I think that was part of the video was like showcasing like you could still do it or whatever. But yeah, you probably need like the like anti-fire plus or some shit. Well, I do have my. That's funny because like it's one of those good kind of cool or good things about the game, right? Is like I could use like I think my best crossbow. I mean, like I don't know. It depends. I guess root or if I'm using a rune crossbow with like ruby bolts or whatever, or like some sort of like enchanted bolts, it's better than this. But otherwise, my what's it called? Um, my Hunter Sunlight crossbow is actually like still really dank. So it's like a nice thing that things can keep that relevance because it's like, oh well, it's a one-handed range weapon and you want to use a shield, so Bofa, while good, is disallows a shield, so unless you have the potions, you're a little bit monka there. Prey mage and regular anti-fires max hits 20. Yeah, that's definitely a bit heavy. Like it's doable, but when you start to think about kind of like efficiency um of like amount of stuff used, like that starts to become a question. Till you have Dragon Hunter. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like I'm still just like learning all this shit. Like I said, it's like when even you saying like Bell's Folly earlier, I was like, what's that? I was like, oh yeah, the stab weapon from like sailing or whatever the fuck, right? Um, I don't know. Maybe I get a fang, and there's my stab weapon. Easy peasy. Do a little fang vorkath. Yeah, I'm probably just not getting Folly though. Like it's probably really good and all that kind of shit, but like yeah, I'm probably just not getting it. I don't really care to farm it out, and I don't have sailing, so yeah, I don't really. I'm not like grinding sailing out to then grind a weapon that is like infinitely replaceable by like just doing some more TOA. Bis tank weapon for one-handed weapons. That's pretty tight. It's tanky. Does it actually have like defensive properties or something? Only killed Vork enough times to get the upgraded backpack. Not worth until Dragon Hunter Lance or crossbow. Really? Interesting. I don't know why. Like I thought Vorkath was like much sooner on the. I thought it was like much sooner on the list there. I thought like Vorkath and Zulra were kind of like hand in hand progression wise. But again, I'm new, so I don't really, I don't know too much. You can do Vorkath earlier than Zulra. Interesting. Well, like, and I guess, I mean, can versus like should or whatever, kind of, right? Like, people, like people are saying, it's not worth to do Vorkath or whatever until like having these items or whatever in their opinion. So then, this is probably the last bit of chaos that we need. Do I need my fire cape to actually walk into the city? I guess I don't know. There's a bank there anyway. Or if I put good remains, but as iron you want lance or a dragon hunter crossbow or fang. You only do Vorki for head. So his group or like okay, so yeah, you only do it for the head because he does like his drops otherwise are just kind of like main oriented where it's like bones or some shit. And you want to like sell the bones or some shit. Is this the guy I sell him to? I think it is. Maybe it's in like the inner city. Do I sell it to this guy? I think I do. Oh, I need my gloves. Yikes. Good thing I didn't start selling. None of you guys told me to get my Karamja gloves. You all hate me. It's crazy. It's crazy comms. Once you get the head, it's a useless boss find. That's interesting. Yeah, I guess I didn't really consider that. Yeah, then I mean I like then if that yeah, then efficiency doesn't really matter. It just matters about getting 50 kills and like even if it's kind of annoying or whatever, it'd probably be worth. And you guys were saying one of them, let me look at Mavens. One of them is how much? 28 something. 28,889. And we've already got like 27,000. So we'll just bring in like 50K. Just in case, I don't know. Really use some. Oh, there's a fairy ring here? Huh. The more you know. Had no clue there was a fairy ring there. It's crazy. At least it looks like it. Is it not? Is it like a lava ring? Have I been bamboozled? What's good, Chernobyl? No, yeah, I mean, exclamation point updates if you want kind of like the synopsis, but the verbal synopsis is just, yeah, I've been busy in the hospital taking care of family and gonna continue to stream, but it'll be a little bit up and down and all around. Like, I'm like, you don't typically see me in the mornings, but like I got done at like 3 a.m. my time with like my shift, and then came home, ate a little bit, made some coffee, and was like, fuck it, let's hop on the game and turn the stream on. Fairy ring code is BLP, big lava people. I fuck with that. Drops are great. Slow with rune crossbow. If you're main, you'd already be farming them, but it's not that worth on the iron. Yeah, it makes sense. Like you guys were saying, like you just kind of want to get the backpack. You said to get the gloves? Yeah, fair, fair. It is true. Typically, you go Bofa, go Zura, and Woki. I think the Vorki you grind out with the dragon. Wait, what if I got the so DWH? That's dragon. What do you mean DHW, Dragon Hunter Wand? What if I did like Huey got Dragon Hunter Wand and used that on Vorkath? Dragon Warhammer. Okay. Sorry, there's I don't know. Sometimes I still just get fucked up with the acronyms. Does it matter what world I sell it to? Like buy it for 9 tokel. Let me see. It doesn't matter. Okay. 9 every world mostly. Okay, sick. All right, now I just got to click this. So we have 50,000 and I can sell 50 at a time. So we got to click this 10,000 times. Is that how that works? No, we got to click it 1,000 times. Mage sucks dick on Vork. Okay. Maybe, but if Mage sucks dick, maybe if you know, you give a little head, you get a little head. Everything of that. All right, let's start clicking. You go Inferno? I did do a couple of blind attempts after I did my fire cape. It was actually like a lot of fun, just kind of like figuring it out and stuff, and like chat was even kind of, you know, like, oh, you're on the right, oh, you're thinking, you know, like kind of like, oh, you're cooking here. I was like, oh, okay, you know. Especially, dude, once I pulled out like the AoE spells on like those little grubs or whatever, I was like, I'm a fucking genius. Straight up, Chernobyl. Sometimes it takes a little head. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking too, Viria, is like, yeah, if, you know, I'm not concerned with like farming it, you know, for thousands of kills. It's just get the quick 50 for the backpack and then, you know, fuck off. So like, you know, even if they're like kind of painful kills or longer kills, it'll be like kind of one of those worthwhile things, I think, you know. You know, and I try it out, I see how it is. If it actually is just super fucking annoying and I hate it, then like, yeah, fuck it, you know, see myself just like not doing it. Also, we buy for 260, so we're gonna need 520,000 tokens, what we're looking for. Kind of a pain in the ass, but not that long. Yeah, that's the thing, is like, you know, and even, you know, chipping away at it a little bit here and there, you know, don't have to do fucking 50 kills in one night or whatever. You know, if I did 10 for 5 days, you know, CG style, like, you know, bingo bongo in the Congo. Why 2? Because chat told me to get 2, to be honest. I figure it's one of those things where it's like, you're already doing it. Like, you might as well just get fucking 2. Unless you're Coliseum soon. So wait, the quiver, it's its own thing that replaces the backpack? I thought it was like added to the backpack. But you're saying unless I do Coliseum, so wait, what, or would I like skip and like could I upgrade it, or is it a separate thing? Sorry, I'm fucking stupid. Separate thing. Okay. So if I just did Coliseum, then I wouldn't even need to do Vorka. I see. In theory, like, you know, in theory. You need both. Pourquoi? That's French for why. You have to use an Ava's device on the quiver to apply its passive effects. Oh, like the ammo. Also, let's see. You can use regular Avas to merge it. You don't need to use assembler. Okay, so that's what I was kind of thinking. I was like, but I suppose though that you would still have the lesser effect. You know, like if you use the better Avas, you would get the better effect or whatever as for like reclaiming your ammo. Still, like you know, it's nice though because you could still get, you know, you wouldn't be shit out of luck. You know what I mean, right? You could still, uh, you could still get some passive effect. Like you don't just have to use the best one. Skipping a 4 hour grind or something that's gonna take at least a week. Yeah. No, like I like, you know. And now, do you use range in Coliseum? I don't feel like I see people use range in Coliseum, so it's not like you need the backpack before you do Coliseum. But like, I totally I smell what you guys are stepping in there. You do? Okay, depends. Okay. So yeah, I mean, okay, so then that would be kind of an argument then to what's it called? Get that shit done. We got 477K. We need quote unquote. Yeah, I'm tempted to even just kind of like send a fight caves just for shits and giggles. Like sure, it's a lot of resources or whatever, but like, you know, that it's, you know, I think so. That's the thing is like fight cave. I feel like is a lot of resources, especially for like what you get out of it, right? Even for like a Slayer task, like it's good Slayer EXP and like all that kind of shit. But like what you get out of it for like resources and like even Tokel, it's like not that great. So like as an iron, it's not something that you just kind of like do, you know, there's no real point to. But still it's like one of those fun things. I'm not gonna do one right now, but like it, I don't know, it just kind of like crossed my mind where it's kind of like bitch I might be. It is like a fun little thing. You know, it's a fun little mini game, the fight caves. Do it for the pet. Better on task. Yeah, 100, yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Dude, like on task with Bofa, like I did it without too. But like, I mean, shit. I feel like I really did feel that difference there. It was kind of tight. You Bofa your first quiver. Interesting. Bofa huge. Yeah, dude, Bofa's it's really like, you know, it's one of those things like I could, you know, I could see the line on like how good it was and everything like that. But it was just I think in part like kind of feeling, you know, forced into it plus, you know, the length of it and the daunting kind of nature of that or whatever um kind of like put me off a little bit there, you know, for a little while. Um And to the point where I was like, I'm just gonna skip both of them. I'm just gonna get a fucking T-bow out of Cox or whatever, you know. I think we are nearly there. 520 should be all we need. And now we go to, I think either of these guys, but here, we'll check the price real quick. Value 260,000. Nice. So 260,000 times 2, 520. So we will buy one here. Und we will world hop. As a streamer, skip can be done. True, it could be. And people were saying that. There were people definitely like pretty willing to like assist on that. But you know, I just kind of decided to stick it out and stuff, and you know, I'm glad I did. Same thing with like the questing stuff. I am glad that I didn't just kind of like take easy street on some of the different shit. Don't get me wrong, like I don't I don't think there's anything wrong with like, you know, because like LMGD went in, you know, to do like a Cox boost or whatever. Like it's content plus, like, you know, if you do actually like get something and shit, like that's cool. Like I don't feel like any type of way about that. Let's cut these bad boys up. Do I want to leave one uncut, like for the Zenite shit or something? Like, I don't know. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Leave one uncut. Good, dude. I see. This is why I think I'm kind of a gamer, because, you know, I was about to do it. I was about to just fucking hit all or whatever, right? But my instinct kicked in, where it was like, wait, like what if there's something where, you know, you can't use it on a cut one, you need a fucking uncut one. Yo, it's good, Simon. You cut Onyx for Zenites? Okay. Well, see, I don't know. Wait, so I don't know. Zach was making it sound like I was right there. That like, here, let me just fucking wiki it. Like, do you use a Zenite on the cut version, right? Okay, yeah. Zenite on the cut version. So yeah, leaving it uncut, there's no reason to leave it uncut. I was about to go into this whole thing where it was like, ah, yes, I'm a good gamer because I, you know, being careful and not using method, blah, 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 blah. You know, there are little things like that, though, where it's like, you know, I've been saved by in the past where, you know, I keep like one thing, you know, instead of using all my herbs, you know, I keep like, you know, the one Snapdragon or whatever the fuck. And then turns out I have a quest where you need one Snapdragon and you're like, aha, fuck you, you know. So yeah. No one cares about the uncut ones. Yo, shout out to Europe. Shout out to all my uncut onyxes in Europe there. When you craft, only be careful to do one. Yeah. I'll bank the one, that way I don't what's it called? I don't make like 2 amulets or whatever the fuck.
What are you doing, step bro?
Yo, NBJ. Appreciate that shit, man. I got an onyx you can cut right here, fucking pants grab. Wait, is it not? I swear to God, is it lowercase? There it is. On the fucking Twitch app in WoW, it was uppercase, lowercase. Important updates? Yeah, exclamation point updates if you want like the synopsis. But basically, you know, been taking care of a family member the past like week or so. A little bit of a medical emergency, been at the hospital, and so I've been doing like the overnight stuff. Stream schedule is going to be a little bit here and there, up in the air. Like right now it's like 6 a.m. for me, and they probably won't be like 8-hour streams and blah 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 and all that. Like some of you guys maybe noticed, like I missed the thing that had a name, TOA Friday. I missed it last week. Yeah, so like just busy, tired, doing stuff, and it's not just like the overnight shift. Sometimes it's going in there during the day to like meet with the physical therapist or like whatever else or blah blah, because there's going to be care outside of the hospital that I'm gonna have to help out with and everything. So yeah, long story short, been busy taking care of real life. Got a lot on my plate, but still gonna try to make an effort to stream here and there, because I still play games. I still have a little bit of free time and stuff, and so it's kind of a thing of might as well go live when I can. Yeah, I appreciate it, Posh. It's looking good. It's definitely very serious, but it's looking good, and I'm hopeful and prayerful for the future. Yeah, we got our Onyx there. Let's make it up. We're gonna have to do a 5 boost in order. We want to make the wait Onyx necklace. That's just for, yeah, this is for the obsidian weapons. We don't care about that. We want the Onyx amulet. That'll be a gold bar. And we're gonna have to 5 boost for that. Gold and then we'll enchant that bitch. Okay, good thing you only need to be level 1 to string it, just in case. But let's go to Prifnidis. Prifnidis, dick in your mouth. Sorry. Sorry, that was my bad. Huge upgrades. It's gonna be pretty fucking nice, eh? What do I need for the crafting boost? So many.
What are you doing
up there?
Step Bro?
Yo, Robot, and Vela. Appreciate the follows there. Thank you guys. Nice to have people come in. What was I looking for? Crafting boost. Crafting boost. Does anyone just remember the color of the stuff that I need? Color fucking. Ooh, mushroom pie. Yeah, I'm not getting another level. We're gonna try for this. Spicy stew, orange. Fuck, it's orange. Fuck. Alright. Son of a bitch. Alright. I've used a bunch of orange spice for my construction, damn it. So I don't have any. I gotta go get more. God damn it, I'm not on my spell book. Alright. We can fix that though. A, we go to the house. B, we venerate this damn altar, which we have the Pharaoh scepter to make the triple thing, but then I don't have my I don't have my construction level, so I need my construction level, but then I want to get my crafting level to do this, and then I want to get my herb level so I can make the pool, so and ooh, a piece of candy. And time for an herb run. Fucking, it's just so like, just all over the fucking place. Let me see how many spices I have. Check. Fuck, dude. 0 orange spices. Son of a bitch. I'm actually fucked. Fuck. Oh, good golly, Miss Molly. All right. Let's fucking do it, guys. Who wants to go get some spices? Dude, I've been up like all night. I'm fucking loopy now. Like we've hit that stage. All right. Deposit all this shit. Where's Wile E. Coyote? And um you know, I don't know. I spam killing the small rats. I know you can like kill the one big rat dude for the guaranteed like color of the one that you want, but like it takes so fucking long to kill that thing. I swear you just like kill like 10 rats in the time that it takes, and then like more often than not you get what you need anyway. The problem is like getting in front of your cat so that you don't want to like block its pathing. There's an orange spice. Hell yeah. Right now my cat's okay. There we go. Get on a roll there. Come on now. Go get him. Get him. There we go. There's another orange. See, like so far we've already gotten 2 oranges, and I mean, well, like, you know, we have like 5 doses or whatever, right? We would have had like 4 probably, or like a 4 dose probably by now. So like feels, you know, slightly faster. Plus it's just like, you know, a little bit more active. Like, I don't know. I might do like a couple of kills, especially just depending on how my RNG goes here. But even with the Wily Cat, it's like it just see like there's a 4 dose orange. Like even with the Wily Cat, it just doesn't seem like that crazy to me. When it comes to doing the specific rat for the spice, it still just takes forever. Like I know Wily, you know, it's higher DPS, blah blah blah, max hit, all that shit, but like still. Already got a decent amount of orange spice, but like you know, God knows RNG. You might need there's more. You might need like fucking 30 doses of it, right? Because you use like 3 per, so 30 is only actually like 10. Hey, there's another orange. I swear, dude, doing this the small rats is faster. Like slightly RNG dependent, right? But like even then, it's just the amount of like kills that you're getting. And I do try to stand just kind of in like these more open spots so I'm not like blocking my cat. It has somewhere to go for, you know, like any of these rats. I'm sure there's more optimal places to stand where you actually kind of like box your cat in or something, and it just keeps on getting like the same rats over and over easy. But you know, this works well enough, I think. Hey, another orange. Confucius say, the path to max POH have many paths and twists and turns along the way. Haven't seen an OP spot for it. Yeah, I figure there's something, but I could also like I don't know. When I've tried it, the cat's pathing, like, you know, it'll kind of go one direction for one thing, and then like I don't know, like a different rat will kind of come around and like, you know, then I'll attack that rat instead or whatever. Already a decent amount of orange spice. Hopefully we can do it just in this trip here. We can show the average to get a 5 boost is 36, but yeah, RNG. Yeah, it's like, you know, I was just like throwing out a number, so that's actually kind of funny that it's actually kind of close, like doing 10 of them, you know. Yeah, so it's a little fucked, you know. It can be a little bit oh, take use. I think one of these is like basically useless and you could drop it. I feel like it's the yellow, but maybe it's the red. Um, all but orange. I mean, you're probably, yeah, especially at this point. Like, I have like 90 of like the other fucking ones. I think brown is like kind of useful. Although, like, I don't think I've ever. That's the thing. Is like, I think like the only boost I've ever used is like the fucking orange spice. So you do kind of got a point there. And yeah, like I said, a second ago, is like shit, dude. In my spice rack, I have like 90 of everything else. I think I'm like kind of good on that front. Browns for herb. Okay, and I mean, I've got like a decent amount of that. Come on, kitty cat. You gotta give me the orange spice. Oh, there's some orange spice. Actually, let me wonder if this will mark it for like all orange spices. Or if it'll just be that dose. Yeah, I really do appreciate you guys like I the whole Twitch thing, it can be a little bit weird, man, cuz like algorithms and stuff and you know people forget about you, people, all that kind of stuff. And so I really do appreciate that you guys fuck with me, come back and hang out and our understanding of just kind of like the whole situation at hand. I hate that I am not giving like so many details. Like, I don't hate it, but like, you know, I wish I could give you guys more details on it and stuff, but it's personal enough where I'm like, nah, I just keep it, under wraps. Like, and, respectfully, it's like, you guys don't need to know anyway. Yeah, like, more than I'm saying, right? As far as, just busy at the hospital, taking care of business. Spice boosting herbivore sounds cooked. I mean, like, you could get a fat ass boost. I'm gonna have to do it. Well, not have to, but I'm going to do it for my anti-venoms. So, having some, but like I already have like a shit ton in my spice rack, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so like it's nice to just have you guys back. It's nice to see so many like familiar names and faces, but yeah, it's nice to see so many of these familiar things. And like this morning this morning especially, just super nice, like seeing so many people that I recognize and like and care about and stuff. Yeah, so and it's only been like a week or so, and like I've gone live like a couple of times or whatever, but it's just like I said, it's really just mostly like the whole like kind of algorithm side of things, where like I just don't want like Twitch fucking punishing me because like low viewership been weird scheduling. So like, but that's kind of the least of my issues at the moment. We got bigger fish to fry anyway. And we'll take care of that, and then afterwards we'll take care of Twitch. Rather sit in mixology for a high level and do pies. True. Yeah, true. Because it is +4. I don't know, especially with how many brown that I already have or whatever. I just try my luck, and then if I don't get it, then yeah, I'm just sitting mixology for that last like little extra level there. But I think I need 87, right? For the anti-venoms for my max pool. So I want to at least get 82 and then 5 boost, or 83 and then 4 boost. Yeah, right. I do need all the mixology rewards. It's not like it's not wasted effort by any means, right? Yeah, I did pies to boost up to be able to do Sarah brews, and I was doing the whole log out thing just to try to like elongate it and everything, and like that wasn't that bad, but it was definitely a bit like annoying to like make 10 potions and then like log out, make 10 more, fucking like I'm sure I could have been like way more efficient about it and everything too, but still it's just like, whoa, this is a bit of a chore. Dude, Dance Gavin Dance instrumentals really go pretty fucking hard. I think we got the music like a bit low at the moment, but yeah, little instrument like they're just the music's just so well crafted at every level that like the instrumentals are still just even that good. I feel like you don't always get that. Some songs are really dependent on how everything works together, and you isolate one part of it and it's like not that great. You take away the singing, maybe it's not that good. You take away, you know, the instruments, and maybe the singing doesn't hold up. So it's crazy when like that shit can stand on its own. Like, people doing like those isolated vocals for like different good singers or whatever, right? Oh, Orange Spice 4. Shit like that. Yeah, into mixology. It's not that bad, like I was saying, but mixology that is. It is a bit slow, but it is a little bit better honestly now that like I'm doing the whole thing where I'm not making every single potion on it. Like I don't know like what kind of like mental fucking thing that did for me, but like maybe just kind of like completing more orders and like I don't know. Like it feels good. Yo, will forgive. Holy dude. Goddamn, man. I appreciate that shit. That's wild. Got some cool people hit with some subs there too. Flash, Herb Baker, Max, Vel, Sin. Yo, guys, if you guys are hanging out and you're listening, make sure you say thank you there. That's fucking sick, dog. Hit me with a goddamn 5 bomb. Thank you, dude. I like I do want to just kind of say, you know, because I've already kind of said it a bit. But like I really I don't want anyone to kind of get the wrong idea and, you know, like think I'm trying to be like sympathy farming and all this kind of stuff when it comes to like, my personal life that I'm talking about. It's really just to kind of like let you guys in on like what's happening, what to expect and everything. And um you know, like I'm not trying to like monetize my grief. I don't know like I feel like I'm just kind of like sensitive to the idea of that or whatever. Like it's just because I'm an agreeable person and I just don't want people to get like the wrong idea and stuff. And I understand how things can be like perceived or whatever, but also know that that kind of support and stuff like doesn't go like unnoticed or unused. Like that really does help me a lot. Like I'm not like in I'm not like uh in risk of like being on the streets or like anything like that, of course. Um but everything that you guys do for me really makes a huge difference. So thank you guys. And I don't want to be like too much. I don't want to be too little. So just thank you. I hope you guys know. Ight Night, yeah, sorry, exclamation point update if you want like kind of the synopsis on it. I've kind of gone over it just a few times. I even just kind of like went over it a little bit there. So like maybe I feel like you maybe caught the what's happening, but yeah, just busy taking care of family and stuff. Oh shit, I named it up here. Actually did there. Yeah, just busy taking care of family overnight in the hospital and all that stuff. And I agree too. Yeah, I think 81 it does feel better too. Like you can make them like making the mix-a-lot potion, it really is like it's just a nice like thing every time it comes up. You're like, ooh, fuck yeah. Boom, boom, boom. Easy. I like that shit. Pray to your Lord Konar to bless me with a good task. What task are you looking for? Find the task within yourself, Zach. Hope all ends up well. Appreciate it, man. We're past the part where, the kind of like immediate worry of like danger isn't necessarily there. Of course it could like happen again or whatever, and so that's a worry and something to look out for, but as far as the event at the moment, we're in the part where, we're recovering and working towards things being better. And then I'm going to be providing, like it says there, a lot of home care and stuff. So like, stream even then will still, for the next little while, just be a little different schedule wise. And I don't know what that'll be necessarily until I kind of like iron things out, but we'll know, soon enough. Just a good task. Would a fight caves one be fun for you? I like we were talking about that shit earlier. I fuck with that. Fight caves task is pretty cool. How's OSRS been? Not really kept up with the WoW boys for like 2 months. It's been chill, dude. It's had its ups and downs as far as just like, getting stressed or whatever else about like, different progression things or whatever else. Like definitely not immune to that. Um, but it's been dope, and I really do feel like I'm in a sweet spot of like, you know, I'm like gonna be making my Fury amulet here in a second. We got herb lore, uh, farming, construction. Like I'm kind of like because I've kind of just been offline and skilling and stuff. We got kind of a lot of nice levels up in there. 144 worms, gross, dude. That's a possible skip, dude. I guess, well, you could go do worms over in the Moons of Peril or whatever. I didn't I think maybe it was because I was doing like task skipping or I was like point I don't know. I don't know what it was, but like I remember someone suggesting that it's like, oh yeah, you get your free points and your free fish or whatever. And I got over there. I think it was for cockatrices or whatever. And I got over there and blah blah blah. And I set myself up. I was like, dude, I just spent like 10 minutes like farming up all this shit or whatever and like getting here or whatever. Like not 10 minutes, of course, that's hyperbole, but like I just felt like I spent like so long like just trying to fucking get here, Um let's go, yeah, home first. Uh so like it just, yeah, the setup part for me, I was just like, fuck. We don't want to go there first. We're gonna store some spices. I don't know. Are those the sailing worms? Worms are beautiful, Deepoon. Uh, I guess yeah, both is actually pretty nice for worms. I didn't think about that. Yeah, 2 seconds. I gotta pee. Oh yeah, superior tasks that have superiors are nice. True. Um, yeah, that does make it worth, I suppose. All right, let's take some orange. Let's take. It's weird because you got to like take it in the amount of doses that you want. So let's take 12. Yeah, and then we'll go get some stew. And then we gotta have our stuff on it. Ooh, you know what? Fuck. Because orange is for construction too, it's like if I got like a +5 construction, like that's kind of a feels bad. Fuck it. I've already done it in the past. I probably got like a big, what's it called? I probably had like a 5 crafting boost before. You just gotta like take it as you like, I don't know. You can min max that or whatever, but fuck it. Onyx, gold bar, and then trying to think of like the closest furnace teleport would probably be Prif. And then stew and the amulet mold. One, two, three. I guess we could just drink one and then see what happens. Got our gold bar, got our amulet mold, got our onyx, so we can make the amulet. Let's drink the stew and see what happens. Okay, 82, 80, 81, minus crafting. Oh, that's mining minus construction. Crafting did nothing. One, two, three. One, two, three. Yo, GM cart. Sip stews in the house, jewelry box. Where would you jewelry box to a forge? Where like where would you suggest? Edgeville. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'll just I'll glory amulet there then. That's like one click for me. Yeah, that's smart. I'm gonna let this Tick down. Oh, wait. 84 construction? Okay, yeah, that's only 2 levels. I'm just going to wait on the tick down and then I'll drink. Just because we're close enough to that time. $83. Man, stew boosting really is a pain in the ass. Oh, 90 crafting. As I say it, fucking. Let's go, 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 let's go. Yeah, that was lucky as hell, honestly. Wait. Why can't I make it? Why can't I make it? Why can't oh, there it is. God. Dude, I was like looking at him like, why does it say make a gold amulet? Jesus, dude. Yeah. Like, right? It was such a just like, you know, it's basically this, picture, right? So it's just a little black dot, right? I was like, do I got some dead pixels on my screen? Look at that. Onyx amulet. And then we need water and earth and wow, I never heard this cover. I didn't know Dance Gavin Dance did a semi-charm kind of life. Is this like Pump Goes Pop or Pop Goes Punk, 39 or some shit? Cosmic. Bring out that. Let's see if that's enough. Dragonstone, Onyx, Fire. Oh, sweet. I can use my lava staff. Fuck yeah. That's fire and earth. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah, baby. Look at that. Let's equip a glory here real quick. Max hit +1. Prayer +2. Melee strength +2. Way more defensive, which is like low-key kind of nice. Like more defensive is kind of tight. It all adds up. Wear your crystal set? Ooh. Here, let's wear. Drop these. Deposit all this. That's pretty nice. That looks good, dude. Is that always red on top like that? That's perfect. And it sits right on there, man. Yo, Gem. Appreciate seeing you. Love thinking about you. Oh, Chitter, you're almost done with all your sand? You're literally just about to be done with all the sand that you're gonna need. Big grats on that, man. Just missing the blue backpack? Yep, we're gonna have to get that soon. We'll have to send those Vorkath kills as soon as we can. It'll be nice. That's crazy, dude. And then the Amulet of Fury or Torture? Torture. This is like the ranged one, right? No, which one am I thinking? Am I this is Fury, that's Torture, Anguish? Yeah, this is the ranged one. That's what we want to get like next. I think that's kind of the next like this I think what I would use my first Zenite on. Anguish, yeah. I think like what do you guys agree on that? Yeah, we got our both of there. Yeah, dude. It's yeah. I mean, shit. There's been a lot of crazy shit for me, man. Like, dude, I got my Pharaoh Scepter. I got my Young Lift and everything. Corrupted Hunlith. Like we are loving life. Such a badass. Yeah, Anguish easily best upgrade. Right, yeah, that makes sense. What was the KC? It was 730. 730. Okay, you're back. Welcome back, Jim. Doing TBC? I don't know. Probably, but like just the way that my time is at the moment, it's tough. So I don't know. Like I want to, but I don't know. I don't know. Be bossing after Max Cape. There's a chance to start earlier because think back half of this year we'll be getting Herblore up passively. That's pretty gnarly to like. You really are getting yourself like way set up. Guess what? Guess you're playing on NA. Need some Zami D'hide boots. Yeah, that's like clue scrolls or something, probably, right? Yeah, there's a lot of shit I still need and stuff. You know, we've been working pretty well towards our upgrades and stuff. Like, you know, I know there's things that are like bis above what I got, but for where I'm at, time we spent, character is fucking solid. It's kind of gnarly to think about for me. It's like fuck, we are out here. That's crazy too. I'll have to update. Like that's just straight up better. Basically, any set where I would use a glory, the Fury is just better. Yeah. I do, man. I need to get my dragon pickaxe. There's so many things. Like that's the thing is like, yeah, you know, you need some Zami D'hide boots. It's like, yeah, I need that. I need this. 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 It's good because like there's shit to do, but like when you get like on those fucking rabbit trails of shit, it's like, oh yeah, I gotta do this. Oh wait, and that, and wait, before I do that, I'm gonna do this to make this easier. You know, gotta learn VM. VM. Volcanic mine. Yeah, that looked I don't know. It kind of looked like AIDS. it looked like a bunch of effort for a not very good chance of getting the pick. That's what it looked like to me. That's kind of what I concluded. You know, could be a little bit like off base there, but that's yeah, about what I gathered. Let's see what time it is. Oh shit, guys, I gotta run. I hate to be like so abrupt or whatever. I gotta like go drive carpool here in a second. That's nice though that we got to end on making our Fury. I'm gonna try to, you know, have the streams be a little bit longer here and there and stuff. I hate to leave because a lot of people, a lot of you guys are just coming in and everything. I'm gonna send you guys off on a raid. I really do, guys. Like, again, I hate that like a lot of you guys are coming in and stuff, and I'm leaving. But like, I really do appreciate seeing you guys and stuff. Like, I really do worry about that when it comes to like going live and everything. I get a little bit of anxiety about like, oh, are people even gonna show up and stuff? Like, is everyone just forgotten about me and all that? Just join. See, Bubbles, I'm sorry, man. Hey, yeah. Sizzle, take it sleazy. Gem, love to see you. Zach, Chitteroo, Will, thanks again, man, for real. Wildy Boss is way better for the D pick. Yeah, I'm gonna shit, dude. I'll probably send some of that offline a little bit today. I might be there in TOA, guys. You might see me. And I appreciate that you guys understand that, you know, real life's more important than all that stuff. And, you know, that's what I've been taking care of. You know, all the stuff at the hospital, all that kind of shit. Like I said, gonna send you guys off on a raid. So if you guys don't mind sticking around, use one of the little commands here. If you guys want to have something to break the ice, I usually like doing, you know, maybe the real blank is the friends we made along the way and filling in something from someone's title. So let's look real quick, see who's online to send you guys off to. I have an idea, but we'll see. Oh, this is dope. A Kiwu friend from OnlyFans and everything. They've been playing RuneScape and everything, so that's really dope. That's fucking dope. Right on. Appreciate you guys. Say something in the next chat, and we will see you later. I gotta run real quick. So if you guys want to even say for that, you know, I gotta run. So basically, I'm not gonna be chatting. But take it sleazy, everybody. Love ya. Bye bye.